Hey everybody, Luke here, and today we're going to talk about calf pain. We get a lot of questions here at the clinic about what to do with calf pain when it strikes, how to stretch it, things like that. And so we're going to get a little more specific than just calf pain. So what we're looking at today is you could have pain in your calf muscle here, which a lot of times is like an overuse type of a thing. You exercised too much, you ran too much, hiked too much, just overdid something out of the usual. So that's more of just like your calf muscle pain. And then the other one that we're going to kind of lump into this is your Achilles tendon pain. So the tendon is the thick rope down here that's going to attach your two big calf muscles down to the back of your heel. So a lot of folks are getting either one or the other, or a combination of both. And then with the Achilles pain, with that tendon, if it's more of an acute, short-term type of a pain, we'll usually call that a tendonitis. And if it's a longer-term pain and you'll start to see some thickening of the tendon and things like that, it's more of a tendinosis. So all three of those kind of diagnoses will be covered in how to stretch the calf muscle in this video. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we'll get to my favorite calf stretch, which is using the stairs or a curb. And with this stretch, what you're going to do, let's say I'm stretching my left calf muscle out here. Fancy name, by the way, is gastroc or gastrocnemius. You don't need to know that, but that's the fancy term for it. You can go that way. Okay. All right, so if you're going to stretch the calf muscle here, you want your opposite foot up on the step, and then with the left foot, get about on the ball of your foot, so about halfway back, and you're just going to drop your heel down. Now with this stretch, since my knee is straight, I'm going to stretch what we consider your big calf muscle, or again, the gastroc. What you should get is a pretty comfortable pull up through the top of the muscle, close to the back of your knee. Now, if you've got pain, as with most stretching, just back off, or if you can't tolerate that one, I'll show you a different one here in just a moment. So that's going to stretch your big calf muscle, and again, it gets that muscle when your knee is straight. Now, if you were to do this knee or this stretch with a bent knee, you're going to switch the stretch to a different muscle, which is your soleus muscle here. Those are the two big muscles I mentioned that are both going to contribute and combine down into that Achilles tendon. So it's good to stretch both of them, even if only one of them is hurting. The other way that you'll get a common calf stretch is kind of your runner stretch. So if I had a wall here, or I can use the railings here, again, stretching that left calf with it back, bending the ankle forward. That's going to put pressure and a stretch through the calf muscle. And if you wanted to do the underlying muscle, the soleus, you're just going to bring it closer in and do a bent knee stretch. Okay, so with that one, big difference there is you really want to drive that knee forward if you're trying to stretch the soleus. General stretching rules of thumb, 30-second stretch is good. If it feels nice and you want to stretch for up to 60 seconds, that's great too. And when you're first getting started with stretches, again, it should be comfortable. And you can stretch that 2 or 3 times in one sitting, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. People that have really severe calf pain, or if you throw in plantar fasciitis, which we're not really going to go into in this video, but that's pain along the bottom of your heel and through the arch of your foot. A lot of those folks you want to stretch potentially 4 or 5 times a day. So those are the main basic stretches. And again, I mentioned that some people can't tolerate having like their weight being down on their heel. So what you'll actually do in that case is grab a towel or a belt, and again, for that left calf, get your calf muscle out straight. Pretend my knee is straight there. I'm not very flexible in the hamstrings. There it is, it's straight. Okay, and then just gently pull back. And that should give you a nice, again, you're looking for a nice comfortable stretch up here through the calf muscle. So those are the best stretches you can do. One last thing I want to mention is that the calves are also really good for some self-massage. So if you've seen some of our videos on how to self-massage, you can get like one of those rollers. So you would go down like this, or just sitting like this, and you could roll through there. The kind of the friction massage helps to initiate some healing and some blood flow and stuff like that. Or if you've done it before, like with a lacrosse ball where you're sitting down and massaging to the back, that helps too. So those are your top stretches for easing your calf pain. Also, kind of like I said, bleeds into Achilles tendonitis or Achilles tendinosis. So I hope you find those beneficial, and if you have questions about calf pain or how to do those stretches, if you have any problems, just let me know. You can send me an email, which I'll put my link below the video, or just give me a call. Thanks for watching.